Let's go.
Hey.
Turn up. Let's go. Turn up. Let's go. Turn up. Let's go.
Hey.
Hey,
Got the
hey,
groove.
we're back.
Yes.
We're
We
back.
back.
Hey.
Welcome to Can We Talk Sports? We are your sports mom, and I am Karen.
I am Arisha, aka Icy.
Yes, and your girl Kawashika.
And I'm Carmen, aka Mama D.
And I'm Rose, Big Mama. Hey, babe.
Oh, Big Mama.
Oh my God, I am just so excited to be here tonight. You guys, I'm so excited about this lunch party. It has been a almost a
Yes.
year since we've been on, and I'm so excited. So I want to tell all our fans to like and share and comment on this video because we're coming in strong this season too, and I'm so excited. And so we're going to start out with everybody kind of telling a little bit about who they are.
Well, guys, I am Kawashika. I am a mom of a beautiful 6 amazing kids. Do you understand? Listen, I am a woman of faith. Of course, you know I'm a sports mom. I love sports. I love sports. Um, I'm also a health and wellness coach. I have my own health and wellness business. Yeah, so get at me if you need your health or your wealth seed about. But yeah, so I mean, I enjoy having fun, guys. I enjoy being around like-minded people, and that's it. Yes, let's go.
Who next? Okay, I guess I'm next then. Okay. All right, my name is Arisha, aka Icy. I am a sports mom, fashion designer. I'm a fitness workout girl. And evening gowns ready to wear. I'm into bridal real tough now, and I have a kid in college playing ball right now, and two girls and another kid that's playing arena right now. That's it right now.
Yes. Woo!
Got the cheerleader in the
Icy.
background.
Icy. So I'm Carmen, aka Mama D. I got the nickname Mama D because I mothered all of the children that all of the athletes and students at Trinity Christian, and they always called me Mama D. So that's where I got that nickname. But I'm just a mother at heart. I love kids. I used to teach kindergarten. That's my background. I have three children. All of them were athletes. The oldest one, Mahogany, she played professional volleyball in Germany. She played her college volleyball at ULM, University of Louisiana Monroe. My middle daughter was Monique, and she played volleyball, but she was also a cheerleader. Now she dances. She does the Chaka and Sosa, and she travels all over the world doing it, actually. She's really good at it. And my youngest is his son Malik. He was a football player. He played football at University of North Texas. So I'm just a proud sports mom. But I also, besides teaching kindergarten, I have officiated volleyball, and another one of my loves is um, I am a blackjack dealer. So for parties, not at the casino, but for parties, for events, roulette, blackjack. I do that just on the side. So I have a lot of different things going on, but most of all, I'm a woman of God. I love the Lord. I love going to church and just praying for people. And that's really where my heart is. So, yeah,
Amen.
Mama D.
Yes.
All right. Well, hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hey, Big
Hey,
Mama.
it's the new season.
Yeah.
Big Mama got all the tea. Whatever is going on in the sports world, Big Mama's gonna bring it to you this season. We're gonna discuss it. We're gonna correct it, and we're gonna look at you like, now why are you sitting up doing that? Come talk to Big Mama. You know better than that.
Yes.
But I just want to let me get some things off the just straight out the bag this season. Let me let you know right now. On that college scene, roll tide, baby. Big Mama ain't changing. Big Mama ain't going nowhere. Roll tide,
Roll
baby.
Tide.
I just need you to understand. So in the HBCU, it's the Graham fam. I'm right there with you all the way, all the time. In the NFC, in the NFL scene, who that? Ha! Nobody better. Can't nobody do it like Nolans. So Big Mama is gonna bring you all that information from her favorite people, and I'm gonna talk about your people when they need talking about. Believe me, Big Mama is gonna give it to you. But Big Mama is a former sports mom, but now I have gotten the role of a sports grandmom. So I have an eighth grader running track over at the middle school here in Cedar Hill. So that's a whole new arena for me now, being the grandmother. And I still gotta go. I still gotta. Oh, okay, all right, I'm there. But so this is a new season. Big Mama got some new hair. Mm, listen to me. Big Mama got a new love. You don't hear me though. So this season, baby, I got it for you. If you heard about it, Big Mama gonna discuss it here.
Yeah, Big
If you
Mama.
want to send it to Big Mama, you let me know because we're gonna work it out. We ain't gonna let these children run rapid in this season.
No, no,
Okay,
man.
and my name is Karen Reese, and I am married. 20 just reached 28 years of being married.
Woo,
I did
congrats.
that. I did.
Yes.
I did that. I did.
Yeah, she did. She's responsible for that. I have four beautiful kids. I have two grandkids. I recently got laid off and now I run my own business after 31 years and I'm excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
So I own a tax business and I also do filming and I love bringing the regular person's story to life. I love people telling their stories because I believe that's power in telling your story. All my kids play sports. I was the house on the street that the kids flock to, that come and play with my kids. And then I was the mom that was a part of Booster Club. And after Booster Club, I stayed on and I just grew to love the kids, especially the kids in DeSoto. So I am a DeSoto
Go
community
you.
fan.
Woo.
And so I have hundreds of kids because I believe that they're all our kids and we all have to support and nourish and encourage each other as moms, as community moms, as
Yes.
sports mom. It
Yes.
takes us all.
A
We're
village.
going back to the basic. It takes a village. And so that's who I am. And we're just excited tonight to
Yes.
share who we are, who
Yes.
we are. So now that you heard a little bit about us, now we want to share our proudest mom moment with everybody. Who want to be first? Kawaja,
Kawashika, go Kawashika. You go
Wash
first.
Oh my God. So my kids started young, 4 and 7. So in little league, you got what? C team, B team, A team. So they never was on the they was on the same team, but never on the same team, right?
Yeah.
But when they got to high school,
They was on the same team.
yes. And guess what? We played Cedar Hill. Oh my God. Who was that came? Um, he played for the Cowboys. I be rooting for him all the time.
Oh, there's Brian. You said bring Dad's back, Brian back.
Yes,
Bring
everybody.
Des back.
Oh my God! And then my son ran that back. I'm talking about somebody hit me in my head. I'm talking about it. But anyway, the whole purpose of what I'm saying is they got to play together
Together.
on varsity together, guys. And so that was a blessing for me. Oh my God, it was. That was my pride moment. One of them, but that was my pride moment. Yes.
Carmen, go next.
Okay, well, I had three that did sports, so I have a proud moment for each of them. But I have to say, for my daughter, for my oldest, Mahogany, it was watching her playing professional volleyball in Germany. Just the whole um, her whole voyage and the whole experience was amazing for her, and I got to fly over and catch the ICE, which was the high-speed train, and go to Gera, Germany, and that was amazing for me. I've done a lot of international travel, but that one was very dear to my heart. For my middle daughter, Monique, she has just like a really precious heart. She's just a sweet spirit. And she was really passionate about cheerleading and dancing. So just watching her dance it just blesses my heart. And then my son, Malik, my proudest moment for him, actually buying a house for actually Monique and Malik buying a house was a proud mama moment for me. But in sports, they went to a bowl game. UNT went to a bowl game here in Dallas. It was here in Dallas at the Fair Park, at the, I forget what you call it, the bowl there. But I was driving to work that morning, and I had to drive through Dallas, and on Reunion Tower, it had UNT, it had their initials up there that they were getting ready to play that day, and that my heart just dropped, just like it was amazing. And they actually won. Um, they beat UNLV, and that was a really proud mama moment for me, sports wise.
Okay, well I'll go
Yes.
next because we'll leave Brown for the best and the most.
Oh my God. Why
I
I
got
gotta be
you,
the most?
Brown. Brown, you go. I got this. So my proudest moment. I have two children. I have a daughter that's 33. She's married with three children, and I have a son who is 26. But my proudest moment for my daughter is my daughter plays softball and she played basketball. But even throughout high school and moving on over to college, still playing base softball, she was always considered the leader of her team. Regardless, in ninth grade, she was the leader for that high school team. And it just always was a testament of just her character and who she was that they considered her to be the leader. And so that's my proudest moment, knowing that she was just such a strong woman and she's still kicking life's butt, being that same strong lady. My son, we moved here from Louisiana, who that I told y'all. But when we got to DeSoto, it was the middle of ninth grade year. So it's the second semester for ninth grade. So he's a swimmer, just a swimmer privately, not, we're in this little small town in Louisiana. So there is no swim team. So when we got here to DeSoto, he was so excited. Okay, the swim team. We go over and we talk to the coach, and she says, "Well, do you know how to swim?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do." And she say, "Well, just at that moment, show me what you got." And I'll freak out. He jumped in like a fish, did it, went down to the end, swam back. She's like, "Oh, you are definitely on my team." So that was proud for me because I didn't know that the skill set was there for it. I knew he did it and he had a love for it, but just kicking butt like that. But he is a UNT alumni. Go green. Yes.
Something green.
Yes,
Let me
indeed. The mean
let me
green.
tell you my proudest moment. My proudest moment was, you know, realizing that you could get a scholarship to go to pay for school. I really didn't know that. My kids were in sports, but I didn't never put those two things together. I went to college, but I never really understood about the scholarship and getting and going to college. And so when my daughter she played softball in high school, and so she got a scholarship to go to Southern University to play softball, and it's like it clicked. Okay, this is a way that you can pay for sports, and so that was a proud moment for me. And from then on, I'm just that's what it's all about. You can get a scholarship. You can get a scholarship.
Yes.
Free, free, free.
Mhm.
That's the whole goal, right? Well, in my case, I have three kids, really four, but it's three and a bonus kid, but that's been my kid. But I'm gonna just focus on the one that's currently in college right now. He's playing for the University of Kansas. My proud mama moment for him. Of course, he's the baby boy or whatever, and he just experienced some adversity coming into his getting ready to prepare to go into his junior year. And he's been the baby, so he's been nurtured a lot, and he's not outspoken as most. So I've always had to speak up. I've been still to this day trying to teach him, speak up for yourself, use your own mind. He'll tell me what he thinks, so I'll be knowing what he needs to say. So finally, one moment when he took out the time to realize, after injury, how his junior year kind of went downhill, and that was his breakout year. And even at camps, coaches were waiting to see him play all his junior year. They were ready to offer him, and he never touched the field, but maybe twice, if that.
Mhm.
Well, it was like maybe three times, but in the end, he got one catch in like 10 or 12 yards. And so as time went by, we've been diehard, we can say the name Cedar Hill because that's where my other three kids, they're alumni there. And so we still have love over there, from the old Cedar Hill, but we still have family and friends over there. But based off of that, it's still always some history there. So my son, I mean, when you have a big brother who's been this big superstar over there, the little ones can't wait to get up there to show that they're just as good or they learn from them or whatever. And so it came to a point where in the middle of the night one night my son woke up and said, "Mama, I need to do what's best for me. I'm ready to leave."
Mm.
And I was like, it's like midnight. Where are we leaving? And he said, "No, I think I love my team. I love my bros, but it's time for me to go." Out mama moment for me because I knew that if you woke up out of your sleep at midnight
Mhm.
to tell me something that had you tossing and turning after just having one encounter with one person, that mean that person gave you some trust and he used his moment to make his own decision. Because if you go back, I just said he hardly spoke up for himself. I used to have to help him find the words on how to talk or how to approach things. He just was timid to speak to people. And when he made that decision, he realized that him speaking up for himself, for what he felt, not in his mind, but in his gut and in his heart, was the right decision. Because soon as he came over there and switched out, we went from throwing up this to throwing up this. And the first catch of the game, he ran 60 yards. He got the first pass play of the
Yes.
season, his senior year. The first pass play, the first game of the senior year, he runs it back 60 yards for a touchdown. He'd been
Yes.
waiting since for 2 years almost to run that ball. And he ran that touchdown against my alma mater, which is Odessa Permian. So it was like a God thing. It was almost like God showed up on there and said, "Let me show you that
Yes.
this
Mhm.
is working in a way that this can't be. This is almost scripted in a movie, but it only can be working that way if you script it in a movie, and we know it wasn't scripted. So it was like, how ironic was it that the first pass play of the game, it goes to my son, and he runs it back, and he run it back against my alma mater, Odessa Permian.
Yeah.
So it was perfect. So I just feel like that was a proud mama moment because it was my son's first time making. I mean, he's always made his decisions, but speaking up out of nowhere, nobody had to convince him do nothing, and it turned out to show him his decisions can make a difference because it turned out better for him. He had the best season ever. And so
Wow.
now he's at the University of Kansas.
All
Yay!
right.
Yeah.
Destiny.
That's a
Yay,
proud
yay.
mama
Yes.
moment
Definitely
for real.
destiny.
When they stand up.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. All right, Arisha.
Oh, okay. So are we on the let's see, I think we need to do the are we going to go do the have you ever thing, or should I talk about some sponsors first?
Did you
Go
say
ahead
have
and
you
talk.
ever?
I'm sorry. What'd you say? I'm sorry. Y'all broke up. I'm sorry.
Did
Go
you
ahead and
say
talk
have
about
you
some
ever?
sponsor.
Okay, we're gonna talk about some sponsors. Okay, so if we have anybody who is a small business and we have reached out to, like any business owners that's out there, whether you're just, getting started or you have established, or you have been established for a while. We've just reached like 5,000 followers. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor for the Can You We Talk Sports excuse me, talk show, you can email us at canwetalksports at gmail. Again, like I said, we just reached over 5,000 plus followers just a few weeks ago. And the number is still rising. So this is a great platform for you guys to come and advertise your business, and get your product and your service in front of our customers. And this platform is growing. So, this is like a great opportunity, whether you're black owned or not black owned, it's a good opportunity.
Okay.
Excellent. Excellent. So you guys, um, it's been a while since we got together and talked about subjects and stuff, and a lot of things have been going on since the last time we talked. But one that I really would like to talk about today is the NIL, the name, image, and likeness
Mm.
Yes.
that's going on now. That these kids can profit
Right.
from
Yeah.
their name, high school, whether it's allowed. From what I understand, I know we talked to one of the attorneys, and he said that Texas is not allowing it in high
Hmm.
school, but there are some states, and college most definitely. These kids can profit from their name and their image.
Mhm.
So, what do you guys think about that?
Well, I know my grandson has a page now. It's called King Bronx, and he's 1.5 years old. So these parents are starting earlier now that they know that you can market your kid. And just think, if he starts right now and you start showing him, he picks up a 5 pound weight right now, and he's 1.5. So just think, if I
Wow.
start marketing that and you start building up these followers and stuff, he's gonna be just like these quarter. I think some quarterback at a college level, did he like sign $1 million deal endorsement
Yes,
already?
he's from South
Master
Lake
Wow.
P.
Carroll.
Master P's son, right?
Yeah, he's from South Lake Carroll, the guy you're talking about.
Oh, I thought
He
she was
for
talking about. Go ahead.
he's that kid, he's going to Ohio State. That's who you talking about, Miss Karen?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
Oh,
forewent his senior season to go ahead and take he only needed one more credit anyways to be a college student. So he went
mhm.
ahead and I guess probably took that in summer one, summer two, and he went ahead and took his opportunity to go ahead and go to Ohio State because he is eligible for like $750,000 worth of endorsements that
Wow.
he
What?
can't even touch. He can't even touch those if he stay in high school because of
In
that rule.
Texas.
Yeah, in
Yeah, in
Texas. In
Texas.
Texas,
Yes.
right. That's correct. And
Mhm.
so they made the decision. You know, a lot of people have been bashing them and that family about, well, they already, I mean, they're from South Lake Carroll. They pretty much already got plenty of money.
Right.
So
Yes.
the kid already done obviously did advanced classes anyways and took his education serious to begin with to only
Right.
need one credit,
One
one
credit.
class to complete to graduate anyway. So he would have been in high school first, second semester, and second semester taking college classes anyway.
Right.
So
Mhm.
if the college, I mean, if Texas don't want to allow that, why should they have to miss that opportunity? What if the kid got injured in high school?
In
Now
his
you just
senior
missed
year.
all of it in his senior year. Now you missed it all.
Mhm.
So, you know,
I'm But you know what? On the mommy side of it, his senior year, you have prom, you have
yeah,
the things that goes along with being a senior. I really enjoyed my senior year. I love my senior year. We did some crazy stuff back then. I
yeah,
thought I was drinking, and we would go and get some quality house vodka, and I would put half of a cup of soda and drop and a drop of vodka and think that I was drinking. I mean, we just did some crazy things back then. And so it's like you will miss out on those
yeah.
memories that you can make.
Yeah, but you got to think a lot of these colleges with some of the kids that are going to school early, they're allowing some of their high school early early graduates, they're allowing them to come back for stuff like that. There's a few
Mm.
guys that went home and went to school for spring. They were able to come back
Mhm.
and do I know several of them that were able to come back and enjoy prom. So
Mhm.
they it just depends on maybe the school, and he may have the opportunity to still do that.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Wow.
Miss
Big
Big
Mama,
Mama, you mute. You're
you
on mute.
muted.
The
There
thing
you go.
about it is the pandemic has changed the world. It has
Mhm.
Yeah.
changed the landscape of high school, period. There are things that, Karen, that we enjoy, or children 3 years ago enjoyed, that they're not able to have now.
Yeah.
They're not able to be in close contact. They're not able to have those activities. That's senior skip day, because you can't congregate in such a large crowd, or you want to constitute it to be a super spreader event or situations like that. So I say take advantage of it,
Yeah.
because sometimes, the early pandemic last year before, prom was
Didn't even get to
canceled.
have prom.
Things
Yep.
didn't get to go do it, and so the
Mhm.
landscape of life, the pandemic has changed that. So I applaud that boy, that young man, or whatever young girl. Take advantage of what's out there for you and create your own new memories.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
That's
piggyback
good.
off of you, Miss Big Mama. I'm sorry. Because you don't know what the tomorrow holds. If the pandemic didn't show us anything else, it showed us that at the drop of a dime. I mean, me being a fashion designer, that changed a lot at the time. I
Mhm.
had over 25 girls booked for prom that day,
Wow.
that year.
Mhm.
Only five people came through to pick up their prom dresses that decided, well, I'm gonna just still get my dress done just in case prom happens, or I'm gonna get it done and just still do the pictures. So do you
Mhm.
say let this kid pass up on 700, whether this family needed or not, 750,000 for prom?
Mhm.
I mean, do you see what I'm saying? That may not happen because the
Right.
numbers are changing. So you pass $750, $50,000 for prom.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think what he can do is
It's
start
for
his
his own
own
prom.
prime.
You heard me? Give me five to go wash you. We thinking the same thing. Let's start our own prom.
Come on
Yeah,
out of here. Come on
because
out
when
of
me
here.
and Miss Karen do adult proms, we'll pick back up for you. Speaking of that,
Right.
Yes.
be there. There's a
Plug,
adult
plug,
prom in
I
plug.
get it. I get it
yes,
what Miss Karen is saying. I'm in the middle, but that's 750,000 every senior after y'all finish. Come on over here. Let me show you
right.
how we gonna
Yeah.
do this.
Uh-huh.
We finna go in style. Do you hear me?
And the thing about it, he can get educated
Yes.
early on a lot of stuff and how this is working. I'm sure he's learned a lot just in this decision making process. You know what I mean? So he can teach his friends or somebody, or he'll be ahead of the game a little bit. You know, it's new to a lot of people, and a lot of people don't understand that NIL. Just because you're an NCAA player doesn't mean you're finna go out here and get these checks.
Mhm.
There's
Right.
got to be some kind of
Right.
production. Your name's gonna have to be
Right.
being marketed some kind of place or jerseys being sold. You're not finna just get these checks because you're standing on the sideline, or as one of our peers of my son's mentor said, "What you gonna go get? They gonna start paying you because you made one tackle this for the game." It don't work like that.
Right. Right.
Yes, but guys, we I want to switch the, switch gears and
Okay, let's go.
yes, it's
What? Let it out, Kawashika. Let it out.
Right.
What are we switching gears to?
now listen, guys, y'all know um that we our young athletes, and not even just our young athletes, but people all over the world been dealing with mental health, uh,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
mental
Mhm.
illness. And of course, we're sports moms, and so we're going to stay on the topic with the young athletes, right?
Uh-huh,
And so
uh-huh.
I'm very much proud of Simone Biles. She
Mm.
stood
Oh
Yes.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
she
yeah.
stood up. See, back in the day, we keep it quiet,
Yeah.
put it under
Mhm.
the rug. She's depressed, but let's put it under the rug.
Right.
But in front
Mhm.
of the whole wide world, she said, I'm not going to get twisties. I'm not. And then come to find out, guys, and we're going to go to this clip. Come to find out, her aunt died.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Mhm.
Her aunt died. And so, with that being said, it is very important as parents that we educate our sons and our daughters about mental health, because it is real.
Mhm.
It's real.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's real. And so, y'all stay tuned. Let's go to this clip as we talk about Isaiah.
Thomas.
And then, yes.
Mhm.
These niggas gave up on me. They gave up on me.
What's good, y'all? It's King T's. Welcome back to Throughout the Association. And man, that's actually sad to see. What you just saw is an emotional Isaiah Thomas after scoring 81 points in a Pro-Am game. And that 81 was actually a follow-up to his 65 just the week before in a different Pro-Am game. Isaiah basically right now is on a tour demolishing everybody in different Pro-Am games in different leagues, trying to showcase that he still has what it takes to be on the NBA roster. Now, as we all know, injuries flipped the script on Isaiah's career in the worst way. He's been out of work now for a full season and a half, and obviously that's been weighing heavy on him. Now, according to Isaiah, he's right now in the best physical shape that he's been in since before his injury. He got his hip replaced, he got surgery, everything that he needed to get taken care of health-wise, he's gotten taken care of. And when and if the moment arrives, he believes he will be more than ready. But obviously, the opportunities have not been there. I'm wishing the best for Isaiah, man. This is a former MVP candidate, and injuries just changed everything for him in the prime of his career. Like I said, this is sad to see, but it's also good to see a player care so much. He just want to play basketball, and I respect that. I'm sure Isaiah will get another chance, and when he does, hopefully he shines. What you guys think about this? And definitely subscribe.
I wait a minute. If I see my baby crying, I'm coming and saying, "Who made my baby cry?" Come
It's,
on, y'all.
yeah. It's,
Mm.
it's
Yeah, I think the there definitely needs to be a lot more with mental health, I think, involved with I don't think it needs to only be in college and the upper levels. I think that starts with high school as well. You have some coaches that totally disregard kids' feelings, and they have this persona that because you're football, it's tough if it's in that sport, and usually it's in football. And there's been I've witnessed that firsthand of somebody in total disregard of me reaching out as a parent, trying to speak to a coach about me thinking that I was witnessing some depression, and the
Mm.
coach totally disregarded it. So a kid can't only be good enough for you to be mentally ready for Friday night football. They need to be mentally prepared for if they're going through something at home, if they're going through something physically with their body that's bothering them, or if something has taken a shift in the whole way that they've been operating. You don't just disregard. You don't only give them the attention because they're on the field playing. What about those ones that aren't getting on the field playing? And I just, I don't have respect for coaches that tell kids or players that they're pouting or they're whining or there's no time for this, that are reaching out to cry. And then after they pass or whatever they do, if they end up committing suicide, you have this big long speech, but you never once took out the time. I'm not going to get specific, but I have specifically reached out to one coach that never, still to this day, spoke with me about depression and mental situation that I saw developing that he totally disregarded. But when
Now,
the player was A1 and top of the line,
mhm.
he had all your attention.
Wow.
I'm
You
going
guys,
to that.
there is an article I placed on our page, and it's a recording of a coach, and he's like cussing out this player, and the player happened to come from another country, and he's like threatening to send him back, and if he don't do this, because I think the player wants to transfer, and they secretly recorded this coach just
Wow.
literally belittling this kid.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, that's why I believe this platform, this show, Can We Talk Sports, is so important for to give parents a voice to be able to share those stories so we can watch out who we allow our kids to mentor us to the next level. We need to be mindful of that because there are some people, there's some wolves out there that's hiding in
Mhm.
sheep clothing.
That's
And then
true.
our kids want to play so bad that they don't come and tell us,
Yeah.
but this is what's going on. And so we as parents, we got to come together and share and talk about this and see what we can do as a collective body to make some changes for our children.
Right. Now, I want
That's
to add to
yeah.
that.
Go ahead,
Mhm.
Kawashika.
I want to say, well, I guess when you get into high school, but you do have these little leagues.
Oh,
Make
yeah.
the coaches take like some type of course, like mental health,
Yes. Good idea.
psychological courses, so they can understand. I know their gift is in coaching football or basketball, but at the same time the mind is very, very important. And so, with that being said, like Miss Karen said, yeah, we need to pay close. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Growing up with the coaches that we had,
Mhm.
they showed tough love,
Yeah.
and we was with that. It wasn't no cussing out, like cussing, but you go get it and come back with it type mentality. But now, as we get into an awareness of mental health is very important, and we're starting to see it more. Yeah, we need some courses going on so they can understand where these kids coming from, and they're not hiding it. That's the thing. They're not hiding it.
Mhm.
And so since they're not hiding it, we don't need to hide it, right?
There's a difference between tough love and just straight
Right.
out being humiliating a kid because it's
Exactly.
a tough sport.
Yes.
So they have to develop them to be strong and tough and whatever.
Right.
It's a difference in because I mean I'm okay with the I'm okay with the toughness
Right.
and getting them ready,
Right.
whatever. But it's one thing if you're being just blatantly, you're blatantly tearing this kid down. Some people have that. They're tearing you down bring you back up. But
Mhm.
when is it too far? When is
Exactly.
it too far to where now you're making it personal?
Right.
So even with there's that on the field toughness that should be provided, but then you have that off the field. You got to have that off the field
Hmm.
situation where you can be able to know individually about your athlete. You don't need to only know what his stats is and how many touchdowns you feel like he can run every week for you,
Hmm.
or how many hoops he can shoot for you. You have to learn that athlete outside of that. Find out what's going on with their parent. That's the role
Right.
you take, is to be a
Right.
leader.
Right.
Don't be a leader, but you only a leader in front of these cameras and whatever.
Exactly. I totally agree. Cause like I say, back then, yeah, it went down, but it wasn't to, oh, you ugly, get your ugly, or
Yeah.
You guys, I strongly believe that. Yeah, tough love, absolutely. But these kids know the difference.
Yeah,
And the parents can see the difference. If you are being tough because you want to make that child stronger and
you
to
can
make that
tell.
child, but you're doing it in love, that
Yes,
child knows the difference.
there
But
you
if you're
go.
belittling that child and
Mhm.
you're talking down and breaking that child down, they know that too.
right.
They understand the difference.
It's
And I just think
emotional.
it's
Yeah.
so important because we're not just coaching young people for athletic. We're coaching them for life.
Hmm.
Like these kids look up to these coaches.
Hmm.
They can become like a lifelong mentor for them if they're
Right.
doing it in the right way. And I
Yeah,
just pray, like I, especially when my kids went to college and they were being recruited, like I was looking for people that could not just coach my child in
Right.
football or in volleyball or whatever. I wanted somebody who was going to be a life coach
there you
for
Hmm.
go.
my kids, that were going to make my kids better as a person, not just an athlete.
Hmm.
And I can give an example of a coach specifically that just got inducted into the Hall of Fame. He's not at the school that my youngest son ended up at, but I like have the same respect for him that I do of, for example, Coach Mathis. That's a lifelong thing. My son played that one season for him, season and a half. He was in there in that semester. My son is gone. He just talked to my son the other day. You know what I mean? But my oldest son graduated from Cedar Hill in 2013. And to this day, here it is, 2021. Coach McGuire, I can call and talk to him like a regular. My son been gone there. Even after he even calls and checks on. I mean, I can message him and he inquire about my son who's not even at the school he's at. We've developed. To me, that is an example of a coach that really cared. Everybody had an opinion about him, just like he had an opinion about Coach Mathis or
Hmm.
whatever. But I've seen Coach McGuire jack some kids up, but they still be ready to play for him. It's out of love. Like you said, they can tell the difference when it's out of love. Coach Mathis don't take no mouth from no. He don't care how good you are. You say he'll show you better than he can tell you,
Right.
but it's out of love. But that's what kids need, because if you think you're finna go in here and just act a fool with somebody program, there's no structure. Now you looking crazy. Y'all
Uh-uh,
fighting every week. You got
uh-uh.
some consequences even with these coaches, but after it's over with, you can they like daddy figures to these
That's
guys.
what I was thinking.
They
Yes,
The
still
father. Yes.
respect them because your father is
yes.
gonna put you in check and he
Yes.
gonna love you later.
He
Yeah.
not gonna.
So that's what the programs need versus someone trying to live through the athlete or just belittling them, just going crazy. So I
Cause see,
mean
they
that
might got problems.
there you go.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That
So,
coach.
so what do you guys think about Naomi Osaka and how she pulled out of the French Open because of she didn't want to deal the mental issues that she was having and having to deal with the press and the questions that they were asking and stuff. Like I applauded her. She was like, "Forget this money, I'm out." Like
The tennis girl, right?
I
Yeah.
told you
yes,
Yeah.
these
like
young
I don't
athletes
have
are
time for
standing
this.
up. Yes, they are
Hmm.
standing
I
up.
like that they're doing that. Yeah.
Yes,
They're not. You're not gonna mess with my emotional.
Yeah.
You're gonna mess with my mental. They are standing up where,
right, right.
standing up. Where, you know, they are standing up. Yes, they're not. You're not gonna mess with my emotional. You're gonna mess with my mental. They are standing up. You're gonna mess with my mental. They are standing up. Where, you know, they are
Right.
standing up where back then we just took it and rolled with it,
Yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and they're standing up. And so I'm so proud of that, you know.
Yeah.
But as parents, again, we need to make sure we're educating for them to be able to talk. So she must had a support
Good
team,
support system.
a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
Yes.
support
Yeah.
system that said, okay, if you need to talk, whatever
Mm-hmm.
it is, I don't care. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
going to judge you. That's the thing.
Right.
I'm not going to
The
judge
Right.
you.
judgment.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
be judgmental. Tell me the
Mm-hmm.
ugly secrets.
Mm.
Tell
Yes.
me the ugly secrets. I'm so passionate about this because
Yes.
it's
And
it's deep.
yeah.
It's
And the great
deep.
thing about it is because a lot of the people that are going through this, we got to remember that of course they're already in the limelight.
Exactly.
Imagine the
Mm-hmm.
criticism that they have to deal with outside their personal stuff that we don't know. Seeing
Hmm.
people
Right.
bash them on the internet,
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
that is a whole nother monster in itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I just got chills.
But one
You
thing
know
Yeah.
what I'm
again
Yes.
saying?
that as parents, the parents has to teach to instill the values in that child, because what happens is when values are instilled and you have a good foundation, when life hits you, then you will be able to better react to it, and you haven't put a value on it. And so that's what happened to a lot of our athletes because they come from a poor background, or the funds are just not there growing up, what have you. And so they tend to take the abuse from the coaches. And when
Yeah.
they get into in these paid uh, uh, coaching sports, they tend to take the abuse. But with Osaka and even with Simone, they stepped up and said it doesn't matter how much money it is.
Right.
My mental life, my life period is
Yeah.
more important. And so that comes from family, put instilling those values in the children. And so everything that we have discussed, it still comes back to what this program is about: educating our parents and
Yes.
letting our parents know what to do for their children,
Right.
and so that when that child comes in life to make a decision, then they can decide what they need to do. But a lot of these young men are coming from backgrounds where I got to buy mama a house, I got to give mama a car, and they're so, and my family is depending on me to make it. And so that's where it is. They think that they have to have this, this money, these figures, this salary, and so they take the abuse and they are quiet about it. But when
Yeah.
if you instill those values in in your children, that if we have nothing and we love one another, we are always good. And that's what
Amen.
they have to know, because a lot of these boys will take these things and like, okay, well, I'll just deal with it. Knowing at night that okay, they're not happy where they are and what they're doing. So just like Icy said about her son in the middle of the night, this is not good for me. So there has to have been something in him to know that he was comfortable enough to make a decision to say, this is what's best for me. Mom, I want to do this. But
Yeah.
when you don't do when we lack doing that as a parent, then that puts our children in harm's way. They can't speak up for themselves. They can't walk away from the table and say, no, I'm not doing that. You're not going to put me in a clown suit and have me jump around for $2,500. But and then I'm just saying that just to give some light on what I'm talking about, as far as being one, get finances. I got to get this money. I got to do that, and we just have to really create that as a parent to let them know that it's more to life than that.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
That is good. And you know what? That leads right into Big Mama's segment. Let me tell you what the purpose of Big Mama's segment is. Because when I would see the different drafts, the NFL draft, NBA draft, most of those players would get up there and say something about what their grandmother did and how important their grandmother was. And I was like, I need a big mama that's going to come in and tell it like it is, tell it about, as far as what it looked like back then, and what it looks at, and then impart some wisdom in it right now. So that is where Big Mama and what Big Mama have to say, and that's how that segment came about. And I'm so happy to go ahead and let Big Mama come on in and tell us what Big Mama got to say.
Ooh, baby, let me tell you. What? God, no. If I told him once, I done told him twice. Well, hey, ladies, Big Mama is ready to kick off this season and get it started. Um, we've been talking. I think we did things a little differently tonight, but next time I'll stay out of the conversation. I will just allow you ladies to talk and to go on. But hey, everybody, Big Mama is back and ready for season two. I just want to talk tonight, really quick, balance. Parents, you have to instill balance in your life so that it can filter down into your child's life. There are so many times that you get so caught up, practice, games, going to this. You have your own things to go to. There are multiple children in the family, multiple sports going on, and it life gets out of balance. You can walk in, sometimes walk in the house and like, where all these clothes come from? Where did this come from? But you have to make sure you create balance. So in this season, season two, that's my launch word for the whole season, balance. I've instilled it in my own life, and because sometimes we can go so far to the left, and that's all we're focused on. So the things over on the right are lacking. But we want to create a balance and make sure that we have what we need, and to make sure that our children are thriving. And they life, there are so many different facets to life, and we want to make sure that we capture a moment of all of them. We need to make sure that we show our children how to sit down and let's have a home cooked meal, because you're always on the go. You're always doing so. Big Mama gonna give you a few tips this season how you can make maybe a one pot meal or just something that you can do, because you want to make sure that you touch every area in that child's life, in your own life, because you want to make sure you get some self-care as well. Hey, Shannon. But you want to make sure that everything you provide to your child that's needed to them. And so you won't be so guilty of, oh, what didn't I do, or what didn't I, and children, let me tell you something about your children. They have a way of trying to make you feel guilty about the things you did and did not do. But I want you as a parent, when you've
Hmm.
done all that you know that you could have done, and that you there has been no lack, don't let these children run your blood pressure up just because you can't do this or that, or you missed that, or you missed this. Life happens, and now is the time to start teaching them, because the world is not going to teach them the way mama would teach them, or the way daddy would teach them, or the way auntie and uncle would teach them, or even big mama. Now, big mama love your children, but Big Mama will correct them, because we won't be disrespectful. So I just want to tell you, commit to making sure that there is balance in your life in this season. All right, that's all Big
Amen.
Mama got. Who that? Ah,
Yes.
that's all I'm saying.
That's good.
Cowboys, December the 2nd. We coming for you, baby.
Did you just
I
say Cowboys?
Big Mama,
did,
those
I did,
birds.
I did, I did. December the 2nd. That's it.
Dallas Cowboys?
December the 2nd. Get y'all boy together. Get your boy right. I don't know. I seen him got his nursing his shoulders, just a lot going
I
on. Now
respect you,
I
Big
will
Mama.
say this: my quarterback, Lord, he just got some new eyes. I don't know what we're gonna do with Winston, but they say he got some corrective surgery. So I'm praying to the good Lord that he can
Is
see.
that what was wrong with Jameis? I'm a fan of Jameis. Is that what was going on with with
Baby
him?
James needed some, yes, baby. That's what it was. He needed
He
to
couldn't
Really?
have
see.
some corrective eye surgery. So
I
he's
like
He
had
him.
it,
couldn't see.
and we're going to try him out. But, baby, let me tell you who will send him on his way at the second game. is Nolans.
I was just
Come
for
on
look.
down to Caesar Palace, the new stadium. All right,
December
that's
the
all Big
second.
Mama got. But balance.
Okay,
December the
balance.
second.
December the 2nd, yes, ma'am. 7:20 p.m.
Listen,
Ah,
you know what? I need to get back into tune with Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I done pushed them to the side. But guys, be praying for me, guys, because you know I'm about to hit California.
USC,
Hey,
Oh,
baby. Yes.
that's right. Your baby's at USC.
Yes. That
yes.
dang Nixon kid, y'all be looking for him. That's a beast right there.
My God. And so to
Mm,
God be the glory. He opened that door. And so, like you said, Big Mama, balance.
yes,
Woo! It's about to hit. I mean, it's
yes,
mhm.
already hitting, but traveling, and at home and school, and so thank you for that word because I got so many things on my table. Sometimes that's why I go what's the word? I go ghost.
yes,
Yeah.
I got to because it's like, oh my God, balance is the key. It really is, and
Yeah.
so. I have a 4-year old, and then I feel so bad, and I'm gonna let y'all talk.
Ah, well, thank you.
I'm, yes, Big Mama. So I am a mom of six, but I have a G baby. I
All
have a
right.
grandbaby.
Oh,
Oh,
So shout out to my grandbaby, G baby. That's the new word. I'm not a granny. I'm a G mama. Yeah. All right.
I'm a
So I,
Mimi.
I thought about that. I said I didn't even say nothing about my grandbaby.
oh,
Okay. But yeah, so y'all be praying for me because it's about to go. I'm about to get busy with games and stuff, and I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Cool, cool,
Back
cool.
And
to
I
you, Big Mama.
no,
Hold on, I'm
no,
done.
it's
I'm
no.
on
done.
It's on Carmen.
oh, well, you guys, I'm just encouraging parents, especially since school is starting. Either they're back, they've been back for a week, or maybe they went back yesterday, or especially our student athletes. I'm just being reminded about what we talked about today about the mental health. Check on your babies. Like, check on, it's not about the newest Nikes and the newest outfit going to school. It's
Yeah,
about, is this child okay?
yeah,
Are they okay? Do they have everything they need mentally to take on the school year and be ready to excel?
yeah,
And not just athletics, but hitting books, and having their mind right and just being good people.
yeah,
Amen.
So
Yes,
I encourage
Amen.
parents, just check on those kids, make sure they're okay.
They
yes,
okay, and send some scriptures and
Mm-hmm.
in the Word of God. Like, see, that's the
Mm-hmm.
problem. Don't leave that out. Let
Yes.
kids know
yeah,
right.
you going through
You got
something. Call on Jesus Christ, Lord.
Jesus.
Call on Him
Yes.
because Mama can't do it all the time. Daddy can't do it all the time. But guess who can? Yes,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
we work
will.
the kingdom and
Mm-hmm.
will
Yes.
and
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
will.
You
So
guys know what my greatest weapon was when my kids were going, through high school and through, they were always good kids. I didn't have any problems with them, but
mhm.
if I saw something going on in their life that I wasn't comfortable with, I would pray over them at night
Mhm.
when they were asleep. I would pray over them at night when they were asleep because, sometimes they can put up that wall to
Mhm.
where, they're not really listening. They've kind of shut you down. But when they're asleep, you start praying over those children when they're asleep, they can't put up that wall.
Right.
yeah,
And I would also put scripture under their pillow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Ooh, that's a good
Well,
idea.
I know we're about before we wrap up, y'all. I just wanted us to send some condolences to a former track star. He's from Houston, Texas, but he made it to he had a Nike deal. I think it was Nike or Adidas. His name was Cameron Burrell. He was really fast. He used to run against my best friend's son, Tremaine Acey. He was like really fast. And his parents both are gold. I don't know if they're gold medalists, but they were both in the Olympics. His mom and father. I mean, this kid was amazing. And this past Friday, he committed suicide right after Olympics with a gunshot wound to his head. I believe, and this is just speculation, but he was going. I brought this up because we just spoke about mental health, and this kid been a beast for years. And I believe, from what I'm hearing, he kind of wanted. He was just passionate to try to accomplish what his parents had, and he didn't get to make it to the. I think he got to the trials. I believe, yeah, he did get to the trials, but he didn't get out to get to Tokyo. And somewhere down the line, from what's been said, it's been that he dealt with it bad, and they found him dead in a parking garage with a gunshot wound, and they ruled it
Mm,
suicide.
mm,
And he had a little baby girl, and so he was obviously going through it. I don't know details firsthand, but the news, they have already, I didn't get that from us, like, oh, hearsay. It was news wise and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys, that's, if nothing else, that's what this platform is for. Because you have parents who are going through all kinds of things, and we need the support, and we need to be able to talk about it, because there
Yeah.
may be some signs or something that
Yeah.
that parent could recognize, that she may be able to impart in another parent and say, if you see these signs, get some help. And so
Yeah.
that's why
Mhm.
it's so important that we share our stories. That's why it's so important that there's a power in sharing your stories. And
Yeah.
that's what this platform is for. It's for sports mom. It's for parents to hear their voices of what they went through to raise up a student athlete, whether good, bad, or indifferent, whatever it is that another parent can hear, that
Mhm.
may be able to help them with their journey. And so I'm so excited with this season that we're getting ready to launch. We're going to have all kind of people on the show. I had a parent; she started a foundation, and her son died from what they say heat stroke, but it's something
Wow.
else. There is a sickle cell trait, and so she started this foundation. We're going to try to bring on the medical examiner that's going to talk about things that parents can to be able to identify that
Mhm.
if your kids are experiencing this, to be able to watch out. And it's not that the kid is just tired,
Yeah.
there's something else going on. And so that's what this platform is for, that's what this show is for.
Mhm.
So I urge everyone to share, to comment, to like this show. If you know a parent that can benefit from it, tell them about it. Share, tell them about what we're trying to do over here. And we're looking for anybody. We don't mind you coming on, sharing your story. We might gonna have a segment called Mommy Chatter. If you
There
want
you
to
go.
come on and just share your story, but we're gonna have all kind of guests to come on this show, and we can only do it if you share, like, and comment and tell someone else.
Yeah.
And so we're excited that we will be officially launching next Tuesday our first show for season 2, and we're just excited about it. And so my closing comment to a mom is to make some tuna fish and crackers for dinner. It'll be fine, because I know we be running around. Make it simple. I know a mom, I used to have to go here, do that, find a simple meal to make for your kid. Anybody else have some tips before we go?
The tips I
Fight
have.
on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Big Mama.
I was like some squash. Fight on.
Oh, fight on. Oh, okay. Yeah, the tips I have is just try to be there for your kids. You never know how much they inspire to see you there at their games. I know everybody has a work schedule, but if
Yes.
you can balance to go get your nails and your feet done and little stuff, it does not hurt to take out a time 1 day a week. If you can't make it to a game, go sit in at one of your kids' practices or something, because you never realize how much your presence is needed. Just even if you don't like football or basketball or soccer, whatever, that support is major. So don't never be too have too much going to go support what your kid is putting their work that hard work into. That's my tip. Be available at times or
Yeah.
as much as
That's
possible.
good.
Well, all
that's
right,
it.
ladies. If nothing else,
Hold on.
we. Okay, go ahead. Go on. She ready for it. She like this.
Oh, and then watch number 18, Lawrence, Kansas, and University of
Come
Kansas.
on now.
In the Jordan Brown, number 18. Okay,
What
watch
number
because I know we finna
18?
get our shot on with KD.
I see. What was the number
Jordan.
again?
He's number
Number
18, Jordan Brown,
18.
wide receiver, University of Kansas. They finna turn that program around. And my godson, Lawrence Arnold, number 2. His number is number 2,
Woo!
LJ. Yeah.
Yeah, keep him.
Jayhawkers.
Yes,
They
yes.
both DeSoto U products.
Woo. I just feel God.
Whew.
I feel the presence of the Lord. Listen, I'm just gonna leave with a scripture. Romans 12 and 2. Do
Mhm.
not be conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of
Of
the
your
mind.
mind.
Amen. I just got chills.
Amen.
I just,
Amen.
I just got some
Amen.
God, we
chills.
give you the glory and we give you the honor. Continue to protect our children, Father, when we're not
Yes.
around. Father
Yes.
God, protect the parents as well. Give them ideals. Create ideas for all the children. Let it not be no
Mhm.
favoritism.
Yes.
And like Big Mama said, balance is the key. Because
Mhm.
again, we got to seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. So he told me, let them know this. Do not be conformed to this world, but be
Wow.
transformed by the renewing of
Newing.
Of your mind.
in
Mm.
Jesus' name.
Amen.
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 All
Amen.
right.
Okay, you guys, don't forget we are on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're
Yes,
on
Yes.
Facebook, and we're on
yes.
Twitch. So we have so many platforms for you to like and share and follow and tell a friend. So, all right, you ladies, we will see you guys later. Bye.
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 Bye. She
Bye.
SPN. She SPN. She
Yes,
SPN.
yes.
Yes.
She SPN. SHE I
Come
stole
on,
that from
sis.
Shannon,
somebody.
we see your shout outs. Hey,
All
Shannon.
right,
We
Hey,
see
Shannon.
Shannon.
your shout outs. We
Hey,
missed you.
Shannon.